It's time to dad.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Time to Dad. Good thing the software just crashed because apparently English is not my primary language anymore and I can't talk tonight. But thank you guys for joining us, hanging out with us tonight. I'm here with Jason and JT. Yeah, we took last week off. The week of the 4th, I was on vacation. I didn't feel like editing an episode, so deal with it. But anyways, yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I don't know. I briefly wanted to. I know it triggers some people, but whatever. Fuck them. I just briefly wanted to talk about the craziness that's going on in Texas with the flooding and everything with that. And it kind of, I mean, being a dad, it kind of hits home, right? You got. I mean, it's not about, I guess, really about those poor little girls that were at that camp that, you know, got washed down the river and all that. You know, there's obviously adult lives that were lost, but being a dad, it just, when you see shit like that on the news, it just kind of hits home. Like, you don't, that's not something you ever in your wildest dreams expect to happen. You know, you pack your kids off, you send them to camp and they just don't come home. That's you know, you drop them off and that's the last time you see them. And so for me, just watching those news stories, it's just heartbreaking, man. The devastation and what's going on there. And I mean, you can be political about it if you want, but you know, I mean, I've had family members post shit, and I was like, how the fuck dare you turn this into like a political charade? You know, these little kids weren't washed down a fucking river and gone because of who their parents voted for, and you know, I'm happy to see that there's businesses out there that are, you know, taking action against people who are posting shit like that. Like, I don't give a fuck who you voted for. If something like that happens to you or a family member, I'm gonna have sympathy for you as a human fucking being. But I'll get off that soapbox. Sorry, those posts just really pissed me the fuck off. But it just kind of, you know, and I know I want to talk about preparedness, but I realize that if a river suddenly raises 30 feet unexpectedly, it's a 100-year, 1,000-year flood event that there's not a whole lot of preparation you can do for something like that. But it's just times like this where I just kind of think about, you know, what my family has, and we're nowhere near where something like that could happen. But there's always, you know, we always get inclement weather here, especially hurricane season when the remnants of shit blow through. So yeah, just take a, I think I've said it before on an episode, you know, take a look around your house, make sure you've got the basics covered. If some crazy shit were to go down, make sure you have a plan to meet up with your family. If for some reason you can't, you know, use a cell phone or call them. And I'm not saying you need to go out and go full on prepper with it, but I think those are just little easy, simple things you can do to kind of give yourself a little peace of mind and kind of have a leg up if some crazy shit happens in the world like this. I don't know if you guys have anything to say about it.
I'd like to add something to your previous statement.
Go ahead.
I'd like to add something to your previous statement, man. Natural disasters don't discriminate.
Mm-mm.
They don't distinguish party lines. So yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of hate going around because of it, and to further that point, you know, it's just you remember, man. First and foremost, we're all supposed to be Americans. You know, I don't wish that on anybody. I don't care red or blue. So just,
I mean, I remember.
Keep that in mind.
I thought first and foremost we were like going to be children of God. Give me the order. I want the order of what I am first and foremost.
Depends on your belief.
Second and foremost.
Well, first and foremost, yes, we're all children of God. You know, if we're boiling it down to, you know, if we're bringing religion into it, but again, many folks don't always
quit poking the bear.
Look at it like that. Not, you know, but you know, primarily we need to look at it like, you know, we're supposed to be, you know, Americans, and whether you believe in God or not, you should care for your fellow countrymen. And you know, I hear about people talking about compassion. Well, I hardly, you know, wishing ill will on people and saying that people deserve this. It hardly speaks to compassion.
Dude, it wasn't long ago where something like this would happen, and everybody and their mom would, you'd be seeing Texas Strong right now on everybody's Facebook post. Everybody would have some sort of photo up, and the world has just gotten so fucking hateful, man, that it's blinding them to just being a decent fucking human being. I mean, I can't fathom if this had happened in a primarily blue state and going out there and posting like, serves you fucking right. You know, I just don't know where people get, what part of their brain is saying, hey, this is the right shit to be saying. I don't understand it. Somebody help me understand how you could say something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a core fundamental human nature to have compassion for other people, especially in a situation like this. It's wild.
Yeah.
See the hamster wheel going, Jason.
Well, I just thought that I like to be factual, so I'm looking up like floods here. Like, so how many people died in this flood? What are we sitting at?
I think it's over 100 now.
Over 100. So let me hit you with a little 1970 Bola cyclone in Bangladesh. Okay.
Yeah, but that's Bangladesh. I'm talking about 100-year flood for this area.
No, I want you to guess.
Which is what FEMA bases their maps off of.
Let's take a guess at how many people. This is insane. Caused a storm surge leading to devastating flooding, killing. Come on.
In Bangladesh?
The most you could think of that would die in a flood.
Oh. Well, now, I mean, you're obviously hinting it's a massive number. I have no clue.
That's why
upwards of 300.
300
upwards
people?
Of 300.
300 people?
Yeah.
300,000 people.
What? Is it a tidal wave flood?
300,000 people. Beyond the immediate, it's a disclaimer, beyond the immediate destruction, floods can lead to long-term impacts such as waterborne diseases, displacement of communities, damaged ecosystems. So some people died just starvation, disease, and they attribute it. But 300,000 people died because of a flood in 1970 in Bangladesh. So it could have been worse. But as a parent, there's nothing. I've lost sleep thinking about it. I mean, that's bad. Like that's just. And it's not that I send my kid to camp and expect them to come. It's just having something like that taken from you. That you're not supposed to. You're supposed to outlive. You're supposed to die before your kids. That's how you're supposed to die. And I have every intention of dying before my kids. And if I don't like. I think that's probably the hardest thing a person could ever go through would be losing a child. That's just heavy stuff. So I don't think there's anything inherently political about it other than. Yeah, I guess one side or the other doesn't believe in climate change or something. But this is just like
it was being politicized by saying that, I don't know. I saw everything from people saying, well, that's what you fucking get for supporting Doge and gutting FEMA, which everybody and their mom knows FEMA had no money. FEMA can barely do fucking shit to begin with. So, and to say they gutted FEMA entirely is not even an accurate statement. But I've seen everything from that to just blatantly outright saying, well, your parents voted for Trump, so you got what you deserve. Like, who the fuck says that kind of shit? Like, honestly.
I think you're really going to have to, I think this will be a proving moment because of how much money they're going to just write off and send to this shit and how much it's going to actually cost us. Like the numbers that you put in your budget for anything, we're going to cut this, cut that. Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. So you know what? You know what? We're about to fucking write billions upon billions to fucking relief for this.
At the end of the day, they're gonna get the relief they need. It doesn't matter if it came from FEMA, which was already underfunded. Yeah. It's just shit like that. I mean, I don't know how unhinged you have to be for, especially to post it on the fucking internet where it's going to live forever, because that's exactly what people are doing. They're screenshotting and making people that make these outrageous comments go viral, and the businesses are finding out and they're losing their jobs, which, I mean, red, white, blue, whoever the fuck you voted for, I think if you say something so inhumane like that should be the fucking content. Why would you want somebody that can just make a statement like that? And I get you have freedom of speech and all that shit, but you know, those companies have internet policies for a reason, and if that's a violation of it, then so fucking be it. I don't know, man. It's terrible though, and it's been. I think somebody said it's funny you said 1978 because there was a similar flood that ripped through there. I want to say it was in the 70s.
1970.
Was it 70?
1970.
Okay, yeah.
And then there was 1931
on July 4th.
China.
No, I'm talking about the same area this just came through. A very similar
this
flood.
has happened. This has happened in that area. Yeah.
So
that's the part that's hard.
But that's why I was saying it's like 100-year flood, right? So even if it did happen in the 70s, we're over the 100 years. It's just wild, man. I had to stop watching like the helicopter flyovers and shit because I can't imagine living in that community and having to rebuild. It's the same shit that happened with the floods in North Carolina, right? I can't imagine being in that community and having to rebuild. Can you rebuild? Like, do you have the means to rebuild? Can you even rebuild because of, you know, the land structure and how it's been changed by the flood? It's just wild, man. That stuff, I don't know. It interests me in that aspect of the sheer grit and determination of some people to just make shit work and get through anything. And I don't know. I can't imagine going through that kind of shit.
So to kind of bring some of the negative political comments to the forefront of this conversation, this was a Houston politician that was appointed by the previous mayor that says, I know I'm probably going to get canceled for this, but Camp Mystic is a white only girls Christian camp. They don't even have a token Asian. They don't even have a token black person. It's an all white only conservative Christian camp. If you ain't white, you ain't right. You ain't getting in. Period. And they specifically addressing the Camp Mystic fatalities, those girls. So I mean, it's just dumb shit like that just gets pointed out. You know, it's like stuff like that shouldn't have been said. There's been even more disgusting comments.
I was gonna say that's one of the more mild ones I came across.
Yeah.
These numbers,
but you know,
go ahead.
I'm looking up just several floods. You know, Johnstown, Pennsylvania, the city where my family is from. That specific town has been hit 3 different times by floods. 1889, where over 2,200 people were killed. They had a 1936 flood. It was less deadly than 1889, but it did cause extensive damage. And then they had a third major flood in 1977. But even then, if you look up anything about that, there wasn't really. You don't find now. While it was different times, and you know, social media wasn't really a thing, you still can't find any news articles about saying, "Oh, the people of Johnstown deserved it."
That's what I'm saying, man. It wasn't long ago where people would have kind of rallied and been supportive, and now it's such a hateful environment in the U.S. right now. You know, anything anybody can find to make a jab at whatever side, they're gonna do it, and it's I can't explain it, dude. I can't explain how unhinged or mentally unstable you have to be to be okay with putting a statement like that. I mean, you don't even have to put it out there. If that's just something in your head that you honestly believe and it never makes it to the internet, but that's how you feel, then like what honestly, what is wrong with you? Because something ain't right up there.
Yeah, it's just sick, man.
I don't care, man. And being a parent, I mean, there's all kinds of different parents out there, but I care for every kid the same way I care for my kids. And I would look after any kid the same way I look after my kid. Any family, dude. I mean, it's just wild.
It's not like
dude.
you're just going to sit there and watch a kid be assaulted. You're going to
or laugh at it after the fact. Like, definitely not. I just don't grasp it, and it's been driving me nuts. And I went off on my aunt the other day because she copied one of those posts that was basically saying because your parents voted red, like FEMA's not coming for you, you're screwed, you dug your own grave, like lie in it. And I was like, how the fuck dare you? Like, if this was your child, like, you would not even, and other people were posting this shit. Like, people just need to, like, step outside. And when I was taking my leadership course, there was a whole section on before you hit send on an email, especially an email where you might be a little heated or upset about something, to always go back through and read your email again, because usually that second time you'll find something in the tone that you should probably tweak a little bit, or it helps you kind of recenter yourself and kind of take a deep breath when you're writing shit like that. Some of these people, man, I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, enough about that sad topic. It sucks. My heart goes out to all those families and all the kids out that are in Texas that are dealing with this. And it looks like there's a lot of good people headed their way to give them some support. So that's always good to see.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. Another topic we had kind of we were kicking the can around before the show we wanted to talk about, I think, was it seems like there's a pretty big movement now for dads to find some kind of hobby. Jason left, and this was like one of his flagship topics. But he should be back in a second.
Yeah.
But I don't know, in my mind, I think that's triggered because in today's society, like you that face. I feel like all we do is work, man. I feel like when we were kids, like, unless you had like a blue collar dad or a dad that had to work overtime and shit, like you had time to throw the ball with your dad and do stuff. And it just didn't seem so rushed. And nowadays, I think the real drive to find like a hobby and something to do is because most dads they work, they come home, see their kids for, maybe a couple hours, and then they go to bed and do it all over again. I don't know if was there anything else to that topic, Jason, just other than like the big movement to find a dad hobby?
Oh, the dad hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, it was, I did want to mention, so the numbers were lower than I thought, by the way. I do have some flood stats. I think we're.
Oh. Uh-oh. Are you guys still there? Hey guys, welcome back for the second time during this episode. We just I had a power blip at my house and lost the friggin' Wi-Fi. I finally got reconnected, and Joe joined us. And right after Joe joined us, JT lost power at his house. So we're playing musical peeps on the podcast tonight. But anyway, I'm gonna try and fix that so you guys don't even see behind the curtain. But in case I can, I just want to put this disclaimer in there so you guys aren't like, what the fuck just happened? But anyway, before we lost power, Jason, we were talking about I think hobbies was one of the topics we were kind of kicking around before the episode there, and give us, you got some more insights?
Yeah. Well, I did stop I think it died around the time I was talking about the electric cars, but that store, they have like a remote controlled.
It died before
car.
that because I didn't even hear you talking about.
So this is like something that I would say has been my second half. Like, not even, because I literally don't have like any money to spend on it, but I like to go to this store and watch these guys. They build these remote controlled cars, and it's like an actual ramp / course. Like, there's different. You could have different
like
types of
electric
terrains.
RC cars.
Yeah, RC
Nice.
cars, like really, really competitive, like they can fly. They do like they do timed laps and they jump and they fucking launch. Like it's cool. It's just cool for kids to watch that and then like try to build the fastest car or like they got off-road ones too. You can get like a monster truck and I know a guy who has electric like planes. I sold him a couple cars. So there's definitely some hobbies with the RC stuff that I don't think you can replace that really with like computers or AI. I mean, you think about like an actual like you're controlling something in front of you. I mean, I guess you could put on a headset and do the same thing, but it's just I like that. I like that hobby and just lit up with it, you know. But I think once I get some money, it's big bucks too. It's expensive shit, these little cars.
Sure.
But it's fun. It's fun. So I like that.
It's, while we were at the beach last week, it was my younger nephew's older nephew's birthday, and his dad had bought them two like they're pretty souped up little RC cars, but they could go 35 fucking miles an hour.
Yeah.
If they were, you can adjust the power somehow,
Insane.
probably through
They
Bluetooth
fly.
or something. Dude, he learned the hard way. Because he had them at like 50% power, and we were keeping them in the driveway so they didn't get run over. And one of the kids ran one like right into his foot, and he's out there wearing like Birkenstocks, and it ripped his toenail back.
Mm-hmm.
But those things were zipping around, man, pretty sweet. But yeah, like you said, I don't know that that's something I'm going to drop big coin on, but there are some pretty sweet ones out there.
What about like the drones? Like a lot of people do the drones, right? I mean, it's kind of
the problem with drones is to do it legally. There's a lot involved, like to get insured, so my wife can use hers for her photography business. There's like a whole FAA course you have to take, and you basically have to get almost certified as a pilot to be able to fly it and be insured. There are a lot of laws and regulations around where you can fly it and when you have to register your flights. And I mean, there's a whole bunch of things like your national parks, you can't legally fly them in. National seashores, you can't legally fly them in. So if you just want to dink around with it in your backyard or something, it's not that bad. But if you like legitimately want to spend some big money and do some cool photography and shit with it, there's a lot you have to do to keep it legal. Not to mention it's not cheap for the really good one.
No, we are not. I think there's cheaper hobbies out there than remote cars, but this is actually a good lesson in like electric versus a gas car. But the cool thing about those little RC cars is it's the instant torque, because like you said, it can go 30 miles per hour, man. Dude, it stops but it stops like right before the jump. It needs no ramp up at all, just goes, and it can jump that distance.
Uh-oh. Joe, are you there? Oh my god.
They're fun to watch.
I went out again.
I mean,
we're here.
Told you these storms were fucking shit up around here. But yeah, that's an expensive. Yeah, we've been having them all week. Yesterday was pretty gnarly. Thunder shaking the whole damn house. Tonight's about the same, but the thunder and lightning seem to be worse. It's all the remnants of Chantal or whatever that tropical system was that just rolled through.
I feel like if I could let the kids, my thing with it is like, and that's what a lot of the dads that I see at this place do. Like, they just will sit there and tinker around and try to build and make their own car. Like, yeah, you drop some money initially, but like these are little toy parts. Like it's not like they're actually building a real car, which would be thousands of dollars. Like, I feel like there's some, after the initial investment, to get the kids interested in something like that, I think that will be worth it. But there's way more expensive shit. Playing hockey is way more expensive than fucking RC cars. All right, with the pads and the ice time. Fuck out.
It grows out. Yeah, as kids, they grow out of it every season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
hockey is very expensive, and the travel in hockey is insane.
Yeah, man, and you got to grow that mullet just to play.
You got to have good insurance.
Dentures,
So,
by the time you're 12.
Not
to, like,
not
really
be too attached to your grill.
Have no affinity. Yeah, have no affinity for your teeth naturally at all, and then grow a mullet, and then you can play hockey.
Yeah, pretty much.
Canada.
Yeah.
You have to skate behind Tim Hortons every day for a month.
That sounds kind of fun.
I
mean, it's Canada. They're nice people. I mean, they kind of fuck with you a little bit. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to find the transportation over there at Tim Hortons every day. Yeah.
Nice.
Inconvenient. Yeah. They're not gonna haze you. They'll just make it inconvenient.
There goes our one Canadian.
The mullet
dealer.
though. The mullet.
This guy does a terrible Canadian impression.
It was strong.
That's funny. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap up this episode so we can refresh before we lose it all. But thank you guys for hanging out with us. Sorry we cut it a little short, but I don't want to lose all this recording and then we not have anything to upload for the second week. So thanks for hanging out. Like and subscribe. Come check us out in the Time to Dad Facebook group, and we'll catch you on the next episode. See ya.